will definitely be those creepy ghosts, unless we have some snacks they want. The next day, Dominika intentionally used her real name to get a membership at a pool, and then she strutted by Nate in a stunning swimsuit like she quickly got Nate's eye, and just as she was leaving, Nate boldly struck up a conversation. But let's be real, Nate doesn't throw charm at every pretty face that passes. I saw you at the pool yesterday on a boat. I was like, did you miss my attention? And Iomat at letter 3 CA circumflex Iomat 3 Omat letter 2 B YQ Cyrillic letter 4 A B sock her Iomat Armenian Volanda Pinot sign 10 direct flex quarter W Agraviomat Ioa times Omat Elsadilla O acute Ostruck 3 Omat AI 3 quarter Iomat times Cyrillic letter 43 copyright. Although Dominika held the official title of translator, it was clear she was after the spy. Surprising she'd reveal her real name, she had hidden motives. Nate deemed Dominika highly valuable for subversion. Days later, at a party held by the US Embassy, Nate bumped into Dominika again. I must be the person you were most looking forward to seeing. You tell me how you found out my real identity. Realizing Nate had discovered her, she immediately dropped the act and arranged to meet him the next night. But as she was leaving, Dominika spotted Kate having a heated chat with an American official. Leaving the party, she immediately snuck into Kate's room and found a deadly classified document hidden in the doorframe. After searching, the female official was the US Senator's chief of staff. Kate struck a deal to buy US missile intel for $250,000 at a London hotel. To stay safe, Dominika skipped the agreed Russian restaurant and secretly followed Nate to his house. She instantly conjured up tears and knocked on Nate's door. Let me in, I need a hug. Dominika realized that only someone under protection would disclose their identity. Those are the ones worth collaborating with. She decided to charm Nate, but he rejected her before she began. Turns out, just before Dominika stepped in, Nate received a call from the traitor, code word signaling him to head to Vienna for some secret meet-up. With no alternative, she arranged to meet him next day. But the next afternoon, Nate was absent, so she quietly snuck into his home. After rummaging through everything, she found no clues until she spotted Nate's cup. Sure enough, she found a complete fingerprint. Dominika quickly snagged the cup and made her getaway. Back at her place, Dominika was shocked to find Uncle Ivan was also there, heading to a meeting in Vienna. Ivan had dated to check up on Dominika's progress. To buy some time, she spilled the beans about Kate's upcoming deal. The sudden news thrilled Ivan so much that he forgot his briefcase as he left. Dominika seized the moment to secretly jot down his passport info. No sooner had he left than Kate, who was secretly eavesdropping, immediately blocked her with a gun. Ivan's guarantee just got hijacked. Dominika claimed she only did this to buy more time. Ivan offered up funding for the deal. To solidify things with Kate, he revealed the truth about the murder. Left with no choices, Kate reluctantly agreed to collaborate with Dominika. Dominika then hopped on a train to Vienna, waiting till after banking hours to have someone assist her in opening a bank. Meanwhile, Kate stayed busy, believing she had leverage and shared Dominika's secrets with others. What a short-sighted move. There's no way that could escape Ivan's radar, and that very night, Kate was silenced by a hitman. Dominika even received a warning from the hitman if she leaked any info. Let's just say it wouldn't end well for her. On the other side, Nate successfully made contact with the traitor in Vienna and confirmed Dominika was indeed a KGB spy. But given her unusual behavior, Nate was even more convinced that she could be recruited by the CIA. At that moment, they received the news that Dominika was arrested by the police, and Nate rushed to bring her back home. With both fully aware of each other's secrets, they no longer held back. You've got to work with me. This could be your first chance at real life. And then we'll settle the score. Dominika thought, compared to the hopeless KGB, the CIA is clearly more sincere. Following this was the CIA lie detector test. Are you a spy for the Russian intelligence service? Yes. Did you come here following orders from CIA military head Nash? Yes. Are you willing to work for the US government? Yes. Dominika added her own terms. I need regular large transfers to my account in Vienna. After receiving CIA approval, Dominika spilled the beans about the chief of staff selling missile defense system secrets, and she was set to meet the chief 2 days later in London. The day of the deal arrived in Mad Max style. Dominika arrived early at the hotel, while Nate prepped a swap plate under the makeup table. After confirming everything, Dominika began waiting under the watchful eyes of the agent. Suddenly, her boss appeared beside her, so Dominika used the excuse of it affecting the transaction to send her boss upstairs to the guest room. "Who is that? He has a key? You say others will be in there too?" "No, I think it's yes. It's for not." Soon the chief of staff arrived at the hotel as planned. Dominika stepped forward to engage, explained the situation, and led the chief of staff to the prep room for their shady deal. Spotting the crisp $250,000 cash, the thrilled chief of staff eagerly handed over the plate containing the intel to Dominika. Dominika took the plate inside under the pretext of checking it out for a swap. However, taking too long raised her boss' suspicions. So, the CIA supervisor disguised as a waiter knocked on the door. Under her cover, Dominika successfully switched out all the plates and hurried off with her boss. Minutes later, the chief of staff also exited the hotel, but just as she was gloating over her smoke, she noticed CIA agents right beside her. So, she ditched her bag and hurried away, only to be stopped by a bulky guy stepping out of a van in her path. Just as she instinctively backed away, she got knocked over by a truck passing by. Nearby KGB agents immediately reported the situation. Realizing their cover was blown, the boss quickly changed course. After seizing the plate and Dominika's passport, they made a beeline for Heathrow Airport. Nate, sensing danger, followed closely, but when he reached the Russian boarding gate, Dominika signaled him, "Don't act rashly." Nate watched helplessly as Dominika boarded the plane home.